Good evening, everybody. Hope you're doing all right. It's time for the abnormal buy orders. Yes, in about 3 hours' time, we're going to have 5 abnormal skins becoming marketable. We're going to see them appear in the Steam market, and we're going to go ahead and try and do some very fast buy orders. But before we do that, we need to do a little bit of preparation. We need to figure out what prices we might want to offer when they become marketable. So, those 5 abnormals are the Berserker Cloak Jacket, the Chameleon Thompson, the Banana Leaf Poncho, the Adobe Garage Door, and the No Mercy Pump Shotgun. We're going to sit here, kind of discuss what potentially might be happening in the future, get a good idea of what potentially might be a good price to put down, and yeah, you get the idea. So figuring out prices where we could still walk away with some potential profits. And then, of course, when we're done talking about the abnormal skins, we'll talk about the regular skins. The Rainbow Pony Satchel, the Knights Templar AR, and the Banana Leaf Bandana. These won't become marketable until the Rust Door has rotated tomorrow. So when the new Rust Door appears, these can then become marketable. You can then list them on the Steam market, and that's when we can do our barters for them. So we'll need to figure out how we might want to approach these, what prices we might want to offer for these as well. You get the idea. Okay, so let's get this straight. Let's just jump straight into it. Berserker Cloak Jacket. For over 40,000 sales. That by default is pretty ridiculous, but I did expect that to happen. I fully believed this was going to be a go-to skin for pretty much everybody that plays the game. Because if you just hop in and see that, by default, a lot of people are going to probably think, wow, that looks cool. And then they're also going to see that the front is transparent. So, oh, wow, it's deceiving. It can trick people. That could be useful. So, yeah, I am in the boat that I think most of the sales were probably genuine interest in that people actually bought it to use it. When we look at the amount of people that play on average at the moment, 80 to 90,000, to see 40,000 sales kind of doesn't surprise me. At least half of the people that play the game like this, yeah, I think they do. So, this was a surprise. This was a surprise most wanted Rust Door rotation last week. I am not sure if we're ever going to see something like this ever being accepted again in future Rust Doors. Perhaps Face Punch just probably thought, screw it, let's just do something funny. And then they accepted this. There's nothing really wrong with it, but you understand what I mean with the deceitfulness of the transparency. That doesn't look like a jacket, does it? But it is. There is an invisible mesh that is the jacket right there, and it will keep you a little bit more protected than just your hoodie. So, if we quickly hop over to here, you can get a good look at the mesh. Now, here's the question. I might think that we're never going to see one of these types of skins being accepted again in the future, but what is stopping Rust content creators from asking for a skin to be made like this as a Twitch drop? Because I wouldn't be surprised if loads of people have seen this, play the game. Oh, wow, that looks cool. Damn, that looks really nice. I should get myself one of those. And they probably bought it. They probably really like it. And they probably thought, you know what? I could get my own Twitch drop like this. I could get Superman cape or something. Do you see what I mean? So, I have to keep this into consideration now. Will we potentially see a Twitch drop like this in the future? I can't rule it out. So, we could potentially worry about that, but do we have any proper major events happening anytime soon? I don't think so. We do know that there is a special event that's happening next month, or in about 2 weeks' time. If I quickly go to the Rust Workshop, hop over to Collections, you can see that the next batch of Twitch drops will be happening between September 7th to the 14th, and none of these are like the the Berserker Cloak Jacket. So, I guess we won't be seeing anything happen until maybe another Twitch Rivals, because you've also got to take that into consideration. Twitch Rivals usually has the very big streamers, and I guess whatever they ask for, they're probably going to have accepted instantly, no questions asked. So maybe that's where we could start worrying about the idea of potentially another Berserker Cloak Jacket style skin being accepted as a Twitch drop. Maybe they'll just go straight to Vase and Anushka and say, I like what you did, I want my own thing. And hey, maybe it might happen. It's a bit of a worry, but at the very least, I don't think anything like that will be happening before Christmas. And when we have post-Christmas happen, when loads of people return to play the game, or new people who buy in during, the winter sale and whatnot, they're going to see that, and they're going to want that. So I think the long term is looking pretty good. I should also point out, jackets. How often do we see a jacket skin being accepted? The answer is, on average, usually only one a year. Not too hard to see that. Last time we had more than one, 2020. Before that, one again. So, yeah. I don't think we're going to be seeing any jacket skins appearing anytime soon. But we should also point out, pretty much all of them are in the positive. Rarely do you see them go below the Rust Door price. Sorry, I should have said that a little bit better. Rarely do you see jacket skins go below their Rust Door price that much. Yeah, bombing jackets going down a fair bit, only by a little. So, yeah, I mean, the most recent one to be accepted was Tempered Jacket, and that's comfortably in the positive. That did 30,000 sales. It's not as much as 40,000, but it's still quite a lot. It's still doing perfectly fine now. Part of a well-established collection. I guess you could say Berserker collection is pretty good. I should also point out, I don't imagine any new Berserker skin's going to really make this go up in price afterwards, but I don't really think it's going to suffer that much either. So I've talked all the context. I don't think we're going to see another skin creator made skin being accepted anytime soon that's like this with this amount of transparency, but I could potentially see a Twitch drop, something like a Twitch drop happening maybe in the future. Regardless, I think this is still going to be perfectly fine. I think this is going to be retaining its value. I truly do think that most of the sales are people who actually want to use it. I should still take into consideration there were probably a decent amount of them that are bought in excess with the pure intent to sell, but at the price that it's selling for, it's a bit much. And I don't think everybody can afford that. So I'm going to sit here and say I'm probably going to offer $2.20 to $3. A little bit less than that $3.50 price, but I think you could still potentially buy some around that price range. And if you do, if it got hard stuck around $3.50, I think you could still manage to sell them for get your money back at the very least. But even then, I wouldn't be surprised by the end of the night. We look at this after the buy orders have happened, and I wouldn't be surprised if buy orders go all the way up to $3.49. Wouldn't surprise me one bit. There's a very good chance this skin is going to be a skin that's going to be perfectly fine to buy, even though it's already sold a lot. It's not like it's going to get any much worse. So I reckon probably by tomorrow we're probably going to have maybe 42 to 43,000 total sales. Now, again, maybe there's someone who bought a whole bunch of these in a private account. We should at the very least click this and just see. So thanks to SCMM, we can see some accounts that probably bought a whole bunch. There's no hidden account here of like 100 or 1,000 or whatever, but we can't rule out the possibility that some people have private accounts that are unseen by SCMM that probably maybe have 1,000, but by default. Don't expect anything like this coming out anytime soon. I think it's going to hold out quite well. Post-Christmas time, loads of people return to play the game, see that, like it, want to buy it. Price probably will go up very comfortably. Long term, I think it's going to do all right. So I'm looking at that with some positive eyes. $2.20 to $3 as a buy order. Sounds good? Right then, let's move on to the next skin. Chameleon Thompson. So when I first looked at this, big surprise. This is basically what led me to believe that it was most wanted, and even Bipolar Penguin assumes it is. This was a big surprise, and the main talking point was, will Emilio Frito look at this and try to start up a brand new collection? Because he made a whole batch of these chameleon skins with the pure intent to set up a collection. And then randomly, about a year or so later, we finally get this Thompson skin randomly being accepted. No complaints. Looks very nice. We already talked about that. We'll just look at the GIF for now because you can see all the shine and whatnot. Very nice. But the main talking point was, will we see more? And guess what? Workshop skin checks. I tell you all the time, keep an eye on the workshop. There's no rush into buying any of these skins. What did we see this past weekend? The AK-47 version 2. Yes. It's so good. Yep, so Chameleon's so good, yes. Get a good look at this. Let's just mute this real quickly. And you can see all the shine. Looks very nice. I do believe there's a very decent chance Mr. Emilio Frito will get a brand new collection set up. I believe we're going to be seeing a whole batch of chameleon skins. Get a good look at that shine. Complements the tempered collection very nicely. And what I mean by that is it's kind of like the direct opposite to tempered collection, complementary colours. So this really does shine nicely. The colour scheme, probably not for everyone. I can respect that, but there's definitely going to be a lot of people that do like this. If that gets accepted, I mean, by default, that's going to be a problem for that, and that's a talking point. But yeah, Emilio Frito has been very successful with collections. He's got a whole batch. Tempered, he did basically all the animal cosplay skins, camouflage, bee cosplay, ladybird cosplay, frog cosplay, that was recent. So, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if that does turn into a collection. I wouldn't be surprised if we see that AK being accepted at some point in the future. And I think we're probably going to see basically an emulation of exactly what we saw in the Redemption collection. A nice standout, colourful, shiny collection where it's only consisting of weapons, but even then, it worked out very nicely. And let's just go take a quick look at that Redemption collection. And what is this looking like at the moment? So all in the positive. Well, except that one, but that's an M249 set. But yeah, it's looking pretty good, isn't it? So yeah, I reckon Chameleon Thompson. When I first looked at it, I thought, you know what, this is probably going to do about 30,000 sales. I wasn't wrong, but it's definitely kind of just missed out. But then again, maybe some hidden accounts have bought a whole batch. Let's just quickly go click this and see if there's any excessive purchases. Doesn't seem to be noticed. Right, so this is a Thompson. Thompsons do get used a lot. We are fully well aware of that. We've kept mentioning that pretty much all of this year. But what we have noticed this year is quite a lot of Thompsons have been accepted. Also, 3 of them were given away for free as a Twitch drop this year as well. We've already surpassed the amount of Thompsons that are accepted last year, but what I should point out is, in the long term, by default, Thompsons tend to be very reliable investments. I keep going on about this. Yes, we are noticing quite a decent amount of these Thompsons now going down a fair bit. I know, I can see that. I'm invested into them already. I've already bought a whole batch, but listen. Even then, I've already mentioned, I'm sure you've seen my most recent video right here talking about the seasonal dip. Pretty much all skins are now going to start suffering, all right? And yes, these seem to have done it a bit prematurely. And when CS2 hits, it's probably going to make it a whole lot worse. Oh, yes. So anyway, I am cautious. I am very cautious. I am lucky with the fact that I use multiple accounts to do my buy orders in. Whenever I sit here and say a safe option and a bit more of an aggressive option in terms of my idea for what I want to offer with my buy orders, that is basically what I emulate with my 2 accounts, which I used to do with buy orders every single week. So from here on now, I am going to be a little bit more concerned about what I offer for the stronger buy order, but I'm not too afraid to remove my buy order, especially with the stronger one. So again, as I referenced this video, at the very end of this video right here, at the very end, I make a big fuss about, from here and now, you really, really, really do need to keep an eye on the stronger prices that you have for buy orders, because you might randomly notice that the skin prices go down, and if you're not keeping an eye on monitoring things enough, you will randomly have someone unload a ton of stock on you, and you'll just notice, oh wow, great, I just spent $100 on this skin that's gone down in price. It might go back up again in the future, but you do want to constantly have some money to work with until we get to the good times. So, yeah. With this Chameleon Thompson, I feel confident we will be seeing some more Chameleon skins being accepted. I feel very strong that we're going to be seeing even more Chameleon skins being made. And, like, the MP5 and the LR300 are just going to get a version 2. Wouldn't be surprised by that. I reckon I'm going to approach this with a $1.50 to $2 buy order, because I am a little bit concerned with Thompsons at the moment, but I do still know that things are going to work out quite all right. But it's the other people that invest into these skins that I'm concerned about as well. Other people tend to be impatient. Why aren't I instantly making profit? This is terrible. I'm going to unload all of my stock right now. And yeah, so if you could predict how other people are going to predict, just work from that. I'm happy to pick these up for $2, and I wouldn't be surprised if I do. So $1.50 as a very safe option, $2 to be a bit more aggressive. Now, if you think, no, this is going to behave exactly like the Redemption Thompson, instantly go above $4, feel free to go ahead and do that if you want. Instantly do buy orders all the way up to $2.50. You're free to do so. It might very well end up like that. I wouldn't blame you if you could think like that. But I am cautious and I am worried. And I have spent a lot of money already having a whole bunch of people unload all their stock on me. So we'll see how things turn out with this. But looking at it now, $1.50 to $2. I know there's some good things ahead of us, but I also am aware of other people potentially ruining my good time. Right then, so, cool. Banana leaf poncho. I am concerned about this. $2.49, nothing wrong with that, but when we compare to the other ponchos that already exist, because we made a big fuss about this being green, potentially this could be green camouflage. Well, wouldn't the fish poncho be green camouflage? Wouldn't the deep sea poncho be green camouflage? Yeah, you can understand this. That's 81 cents. That's $1.61. Does that look so good now? Not really. So, yeah, this has done just over 14,000 sales. This has 15,000 in circulation, and this has 20,000 in circulation. I'm going to be brutally honest with you. I don't think this blends in as good as you think it does in the grassy area. It's got that yellowy tinge to it that kind of stands out a fair bit too much. I can't really sit here and say it's the best potential option. So, With knowing that, I might just stick with a buy order, which, again, perfectly fine. It's abnormal. But what price am I going to offer? Well, looking at the likes of the fish poncho and whatnot, maybe I just end up doing a $1 buy order, maybe a little bit more, because I think people just by default going to probably pick the fish poncho. Because again, looking at that, it does have a little bit of yellowiness to it, but people already can afford this. It's cheaper. It's $1.61. Why would they want this at $2.49 when they can just get that? So, yeah. Also, Taiwan, can you stop just randomly messaging like that? Or Guys Zoo, mute him. Because I don't know what he's doing. If you want to go have a fit, go elsewhere. Anyway. I am probably just going to do 90 cents to $1.20. I'm not super confident with it. But I could also see someone trying to make a fuss about this in the future. But I just don't really know. I just don't think it's going to retain its value. I don't think the interest was there. If people truly thought, yes, this is going to be the go-to green primitive camouflage for the future, why did it only do 14,000 sales? So yeah, 90 cents to $1.20. That's my answer. I'm just not as confident as I was compared to initially, but yeah, the comparisons, whatnot, it's probably just going to lose out to likes of fish poncho and deep sea poncho. A little bit awkward. So yeah, that is probably the approach I'm going to go with. Cool. Adobe Garage Door. This did not sell that much. However, that could also potentially be a good thing, because this means a lot less people likely bought this in excess, buying it with the pure intent to sell. Now, it kind of sounds like I'm talking about this positively. Well, what appeared over the past weekend? What did we see? 4 different versions for a brand new Adobe sheet metal door. We have a regular one that's just a sheet metal door that doesn't glow. We have a regular one that has holes in it, yep, some transparency so you can see through it. We have a regular one that has, is glow in the dark, and then we have a glow in the dark one with holes in it which you can see through. There's a lot of options that they presented, but basically we have a continuation of this Adobe Garage Door. Now, problem number 1. It basically is only good for one thing, and that's the Adobe building skin. Because it doesn't really blend in very nicely with the regular stone, does it? So, a little bit awkward. But yeah, the main thing with this is it's only going to really be appreciated by people who actually use the Adobe building skin. I already said that. Don't know why I'm trying to look at this. Anyway, moving on. Will we ever see the likes of a discount for those building skins in the future? Maybe. And if we do, would that mean more people buy it? More people use it? More people feel the need to buy those Adobe deployable skins that are made by various different people? Potentially. I should also point out, and I didn't make too much of a fuss about it before, we've had a lot of Garage Door skins being accepted this year. Quite a reasonable amount of them not doing too good. When you look at last year as well, we also had quite a lot, but most of them actually doing quite all right. Some of them are a fair bit doomed. Some of them are holiday themes, so they're not really, doing too great at the moment based on timing. But pretty much all of them are in the positive. And that happened in the long term. So looking at this, while some of them might be struggling right now, next year we'll look back and we'll probably see them comfortably in the positive, much like some of these here. So with the likes of this, with a sheer lack of sales and whatnot, it actually might do quite all right in regards to just retaining its value, which we could still profit from. So I'm looking at this and I'm thinking, you know what? $1 to $1.50. Because by default right now, I know that the only real people that, crave it would be the people using Adobe Collection. But Adobe Building Skin, sorry. But I kind of get the feeling that as time goes on, more people will be wanting to use it. And if it does go down in price, more people will want to use that. There's not many of them in circulation. Price can only go up. That is very much a long-term thinking sort of situation. But we do keep seeing more and more building skins being made and introduced. So, we'll see. We'll see. All right. Why so nasally? It's because my nose is paying up. Sorry about that, if that's coming through. I must have just had like a very weird allergic reaction. I'm very sorry if that's coming through and it's being annoying. I'm very sorry. Okay, so I've made my point there. Let's move on to the No Mercy shotgun. No Mercy pump shotgun. So, yeah, I don't think we see many pump shotguns being accepted we rarely see anymore. So it took a long time to finally see one being accepted last year, and this year we've already had 2. Is there a decent chance we potentially might be seeing more pump shotguns anytime soon? Maybe we'll see like a one for Christmas time. Santa's naughty children stick or something, just shoot them. They're naughty. It's fine. I don't know. But there's an idea for you skin creators in the future. But yeah, maybe we'll see a Halloween or a Christmas themed pump shotgun being made. I wouldn't rule it out. Well, don't don't look so scared. You're definitely good children this year, right? You're definitely good this year. You definitely haven't made any bad mistakes or been naughty, have you? Santa's gonna shoot you. Santa's gonna shoot you. Anyway, moving on. It hasn't sold that much. Only 11,000. This isn't terrible. Again, much like with this, it's probably got hardly any people that bought with a pure intent to sell. But I don't imagine it's going to be doing super great. I don't imagine it's going to be doing wonderfully, especially during September, October, and November. Post-Christmas time, I'm not 100% sure. Do people love to buy No Mercy collection during post-Christmas? I think they do. But the weapons, So, kind of a lot for a pumpy. Well, we could just quickly go back and compare once more. What do we see? Just under 15,000, down 18%. Not doomed. It's not doomed. Down 18% doesn't mean it can't rebound and go up in price again in the future. We do have the recycler pump shotgun here. Only did 9,000, but the colour scheme, it wasn't exactly the best. That's only down by 18%. And you got all of these other ones, and they came out like quite some time back, so the amount of sales they had, But you are right to say that this is probably selling quite a lot for a pump shotgun. It's the second most bought skin currently in the game. This is probably going to wrap up to around 12,000 sales, I reckon. I reckon I'm going to do $1 to $1.50. I do feel like in the future, long term, this will be doing a fair bit better. I think I will play it safe though. $1 to $1.50. That'll be my answer for that. Sounds good? So, even though it's part of the biggest collection in Rust, I don't imagine it's going to be doing super great in the short term. But I do think it's going to do quite all right as time goes on, as, long term. So that's my answer for that. Right, so we just talked about all the abnormal skins. Let's start talking about the regular skins. The skins that only become marketable when the next Rust store appears. Rainbow Pony Satchel. I am still struggling, all right, in regards to Satchel Charge skins. Just take a look at all of them. All the ones that came out recently. Down 17%, down 19%, down 24%, down 50%, down 60%. Oh, wow, this certainly looks like a fun thing to invest into. Nope. Yeah. It explodes, and then it's gone. So why would you go through the effort and put a skin on a Satchel Charge, watch it explode, and then see the skin just disappear? Now, it doesn't disappear from your inventory, but it just kind of feels pointless. And this is why I think Satchel Charge skins don't do very well. There's no real demand to skin them. So, I'm going to sit there and say, I only feel like doing 50 cents as a buy order. And even then, I questioned that. Yeah, Rainbow Pony Collection, it's a goofy set, very colourful, very nice. As you can see, quite a lot of them in the positive, some of them in the negative. But a Satchel Charge skin? I'm not... No. And then you see 18,000 sales. So let's just compare all the Satchel Charge skins. Let's go see which one has the most sales. And yeah, it's not that far off. It's the 4th highest. It very likely will eclipse and be the 3rd highest soon. I just don't see it doing very well. I don't imagine it's going to retain its value. So my answer to this is I'm going to do 50 cents. And I'm sorry if it upsets you, but I just don't see the interest in wanting to skin it. And I just don't see that helping out with its price. So the demand is probably going to suffer, and the price will very likely suffer. Sounds good. So, yeah, the satchels don't stack very well with skin. Without skin, they just stack good. So, yeah, okay. Knights Templar AR. I like the skin. I think it looks cool. But we just spoke about the Chameleon collection just a minute ago, and there's a very decent chance we're going to have a very nice and shiny Chameleon AK-47 being accepted potentially on the horizon, which would potentially jeopardise this skin right here. Because yes, whilst this looks nice and cool, especially if it's a design, there's very likely going to be a Chameleon AK-47 just around the corner. So once again, I'll just quickly bring this up. Emilio Frito, very successful in making collections and getting skins accepted. This potentially might be appearing in a Rust Draw near you. And it could appear this week, as in tomorrow, or next week, or the week after that. And I think it will happen. So, again, the problem of we have far too many AK-47 skins, especially this year. Look how many we've had so far. 19. We're very likely going to beat last year's 27 amount. So, we've got, 14 more Rust Doors. I wouldn't be surprised if we have another 9 being accepted. And I wouldn't be surprised if one of them's going to be that Chameleon AK-47. That Knights Templar, 18,000 sales. In the grand scheme of things, it's probably not that much. But even then, it's going to have all of its thunder taken away when we see the nice and shiny new AK-47 appear next week or the week after that. People aren't loyal to their AK-47 skins. They literally ditch them the very second a new one appears. It looks cool, but I don't think it's going to hold up very well. But I feel like in the long term it might work out quite alright. I might buy some cheaply and hold on to them and see what happens, because I do think it actually might do quite alright in the future. Also, you had to take into consideration, will Johnny Oldboy return and make more Knights Templar skins? Because every single Knights Templar skin has been accepted. Will we see some more weapons? Deployables, who knows? Maybe some Primitive skins, that'd be nice. We shall see. But looking at that now and knowing what likely could happen in the future, 70 cents to 90 cents. I don't like to say that because I think it actually looks like a very good skin. But I wouldn't be surprised if we see that Chameleon AK appearing at some point in the near future. So, awkward. Then we have the Banana Leaf Bandana. And I'm not too keen on this at all. Why? Because just go take a look at all the bandana skins that we have available to us, and you might notice that we have some free bandana skins that will drop to us every now and then. Sorry. You could probably tell. You could easily tell that I'm a bit blocked. I'm very sorry about this. Sorry. Right. Forest Camo Bandana and Green Bandana are very cheap, very affordable, and do a perfect job compared to like this, because this of course does blend in very nicely with the likes of the leaf poncho here, banana leaf poncho, but you could easily just replace that with a different green bandana, and I don't think people will be that fussed. So I don't imagine this is going to retain its value. I feel like it's potentially going to have a problem. I reckon I'm probably just going to do 50 cents in this, because again, I will repeat this, you could just get a very, very cheap green bandana right there. Forest Camo or Green Bandana. They're right there. They're available. And they cost probably 10 times less. So, yeah, that's awkward. So I fear for this. Now, we should quickly point this out. And it does apply to the poncho as well. We potentially might be seeing some more banana leaf skins on the horizon. As you can see, not here. Let's go. Just click this and go to the... okay, sorry. I thought I mistook it. I thought it was a recent skin. If you check the comments here, you'll see that the skin creators have confirmed their intent to make some more skins out of this. Not sure what we're potentially going to see, but I wouldn't be surprised if we see it next week in the next week's batch of workshop skins. Will that be hide skins or burlap shirt and pants? We shall see. I can't confirm if it will be accepted, but yeah, 50 cents. I feel like it's perfectly fine, but if we do see some more banana leaf skins being made, I think the interest in these two potentially will be going up in demand, and then, of course, the price will follow. So, yeah, got to keep an eye on the workshop. But as of now, not too keen on that, and not very keen on that either, I'm afraid. It's awkward. So that's all of the skins this week. We went pretty in-depth, but we have to be safe. We've got to make sure everything's going to be all right. Now we can probably talk about what we could potentially expect tomorrow. So last week, TGG, that German guy, he put out a video, and he said, from here and now, the devs want to have a bit of a test period. They want to have bigger Rust doors, and they want to see if the sales are quite alright, and if the skin creators are satisfied with that. It didn't happen with the next Rust door. That was confusing. But with this kind of being a complete the set / most wanted, maybe this didn't count. So tomorrow's Rust door, I do think potentially will be 10 plus. If it isn't, I don't know what's happening anymore. But we were expecting bigger Rust doors. But I can let this off because this was most wanted last week. So I am expecting some very interesting batches of skins being accepted tomorrow. And I should also point this out. Previously, when we had complete the sets, for the rest of the month, we did see some more random old skins being accepted in the Rust doors that happened after that. So I wouldn't be surprised tomorrow if we maybe get one or two random old skins that were submitted quite some time back, but then get accepted tomorrow. So maybe we'll see a skin that was submitted like 5 months ago or a year ago or something. Just one or two maybe. If we don't see that tomorrow, I don't imagine that pattern will happen at any other time. But if we do see it tomorrow, I reckon we're going to see it next week as well. And then, when we look at here, the TGG's most recent top picks list, looking at all the clothing and armour, I feel like the best chance is that we're probably going to see Tier 2 Abyss appearing tomorrow. You're more likely going to see a continuation of a set rather than a brand new set appear. So I do think Abyss Tier 2 is up in the running, and I think we're potentially going to be seeing a continuation of the Abyss collection. The Tier 3 armour very likely will be spike in demand and spike in price. But you never know. Maybe we might just reasonably see a old Tier 3 or Tier 2 or hoodie and pants set being accepted that was submitted like a year ago. It could happen, but maybe one of these potentially might start up a brand new collection. We shall see. Maybe Recycler Roads and Gloves could potentially be the beginning of a brand new Recycler clothing and armour set. Who knows? With the likes of the deplorables, maybe we might actually get a brick skin being accepted. Or the come on, yeah! It's Captain Caveman, hey! Maybe. Wouldn't be surprised if maybe we see a continuation of Frog cosplay. That'd be nice. Maybe we'll see a tugboat door made by Freddy. I think a lot of people would appreciate that. So lots of interesting deplorable skins. Maybe a continuation of the Constellations collection. We recently saw the small box sell very nicely. Why not accept the sheet metal door here? We shall see. And then with the weapons and tools, maybe we'll see Capybara Hammer being accepted. Another Capybara skin. Maybe one of these rocks. Tools. Maybe some primitive skins right here. Maybe the first ever From Heaven skin. Sir Q, he made the From Hell collection. He's trying to set up the From Heaven collection. We haven't had any of these accepted yet. Maybe this could potentially be the first one. Maybe we might see any of these. Panther collection continue, maybe. Maybe a brand new collection start up, maybe. Maybe another banana skin, potentially. Who knows? So we could potentially see some of that. Or maybe we see an early pick. I'm sure you've all seen the newest Rust Workshop skin checks, which is located right over here. All the newest skins that appeared over the past weekend, all here in this new batch of skins, this collection. So, loads of interesting deplorables on the horizon. We've got a brand new attack helicopter being introduced to the game. So, we've seen some skin creators make new content for that. We've got some special rugs that can be used as launch and landing pads. Pretty cool idea. We've got some pretty interesting box skins, potentially a continuation of the Neon Storage collection right there. Ooh, loads and loads of doors. Like I said, we have a continuation of the Adobe collection right there. Another landing pad door right there. A pug rock, a pig rock, an alien rock. Who knows? So loads of skins. Oh, Cold Flame Revolver. Yeah, come on. Look, Face Punch. We had the awkward problem with the No Mercy Revolver. We are due another revolver as a replacement. Cold Flame would be a perfect replacement. Give me a revolver. I like to invest in revolvers. Give it to me. So yeah, maybe, just maybe, we might see an early pick tomorrow. What could it be? Who knows? Maybe the banana collection. Ooh. So yeah, maybe. Let's see what happens. So with that, all we can do now is wait for the new skins to appear, the abnormal skins, and we will go ahead and we'll do those buy orders, and then after that, we'll look at the support and get a good idea of maybe it's a good idea to jump in and buy them. Sorry about my nose, I know. Hopefully it'll clear up in the next couple hours. So with that, right people, we're back. We're about to do our abnormal buy orders, but keep an eye on this revolver, right? How many people bought this last Thursday? Quite a lot. And quite a lot of people bought it for only like $30. I wouldn't be surprised if we suddenly see a lot more of these No Mercy revolvers appearing on the Steam market, and maybe these buy orders might be disappearing as well. Somebody might be going for the quick profit, is what I'm saying. I wouldn't be surprised at all. But here we are. It is time for our abnormal buy orders, and I'm strategically going for the Thompson first. I think far too many people are going to be chasing after the Berserker cloak. Now, real quickly, I should have turned off one of my extensions just to help improve my speed. Sorting it out now. Right, it's time to refresh. There we go. And 2,600 buy orders. Right, so that was just basically none and void, pointless. Oh my god, I've got to do what... apparently, So what just basically happened there? My I'm annoyed. Apparently, I didn't have an address written down. Suddenly, it's turned around and said, "Oh, we don't have an address for you to use when you do your buy orders." Why has that suddenly appeared now? I have no idea. Is it going to do it here in this account? No. That is really annoying. That's just screwed me over pretty badly. I am not happy about that. Right. It's got buy orders going all the way up to there, does it? Alright, I see that, I see that. Okay. Okay, right, so I think that's probably enough. I don't think the other skins are appearing that quickly. So what we're probably going to do is we're going to go ahead and skip ahead, and you get the idea. So, right, gentlemen, we're back. It's been about 12 minutes. As you can see, SEMM is now starting to track prices, but don't forget, they've only just become marketable. These prices definitely won't be staying. Now, as we alluded to just before the abnormals appeared, some people, of course, have decided to sell up their No Mercy revolvers. The buy orders have basically disappeared. Well, $100 has returned, but this is a little bit confusing to me. Why would you sell up to those high buy orders when for the past week this has comfortably been selling between $200 to $300 multiple times? I think some people were too scared about the potential bad things from happening and they just decided to quickly cash out. It's up to them. They're probably desperate, I guess you could say, but honestly, I don't think it was going to go down in price that sharply, that quickly, but I don't really think overall it's going to be going down in price that much. It's just, in the moment, some people got scared. They took the quick 80 or 100 or so dollars, and then instantly we got another $100 buy orders, so I think they're probably regretting what they did. Well, you know, it is what it is. Right. Abnormal buy orders, here we are. So I did the Chameleon Thompson first because I thought loads of people were going to be chasing after the likes of the Berserker Cloak. So I did that, and it amounted to nothing because for some strange reason, as you saw, the Steam buy order thing said, "Oh, we need some more details." Somehow, some of it got deleted beforehand. I have no idea why it's done that. I have zero clue. I had to type in something real quickly and then do the buy order, but it was too late. Like, this instantly had like 2,000 buy orders. Berserker Cloak, when I first saw it, had 4,800 buy orders instantly. So this is the reality that we're dealing with. Anyway, this is a $2.49 Thompson skin. You could buy this right now for $2.49 in the Rust store, but as we look at these buy orders, tons of buy orders, as you can see right here. Now, what is this 2,000 buy order? I have no idea. Botted for sure, because it just instantly appears. I don't know who's doing this, but they always do it very low. $1.22. I have no idea. Anyway. Sorry. My nose is still playing up. I am so sorry about this whole video. If you've been watching this, you probably have been seeing me sniffling, wiping my nose. I'm having a bad day. I'm getting all tense headaches and everything from this. I'm not going to be enjoying tonight. But let's take a look at all of this. Bulk of the buy orders, as you can see, quite a lot of them above $1, going all the way strong up to about $1.50, all the way into about $2, and then comfortably we have a big fat batch of buy orders going all the way up to about $2.30. As of now, this Chameleon Thompson does look like it's going to be retaining its value. If you were wanting to buy something from the Rust store right now, Chameleon Thompson is definitely a candidate. It's looking pretty strong, but is it the strongest looking skin at the moment? Now we look at the Berserker Cloak. Berserker Cloak has 5,546 requests to buy. It is a $3.49 skin. You can buy this from the Rust store right now if you wanted to. And looking at the buy order support, it looks like it's going to retain its value as well. But what we should also point out for both of these skins, you can see a $2.99 listing right immediately, and you can see a $3.99 listing immediately. Are you a little bit concerned? Potentially, I would, because, you know, $3.99 already. There's already 36 of them. Now, depending what time you watch this, maybe you want to wait maybe half a day, maybe wait until it's like midday in the UK tomorrow on the Thursday, then look at all the buy orders and the sale listings and make a decision. Because if we see sale listings at like $3.60 tomorrow, I think there's problems. If I see a sale listing here at like $2.60, then I'm going to start thinking there's problems. All right, sounds good. So I already bought a Tommy. What price did you put down? You probably offered too high, mate. Anyway. Bulk of the Boulders. Another very random multiple thousand buy order at $1.22. This is definitely botted. I don't know what this is, but it's definitely botted. Comfortably over $1, as you can see, comfortably up to $2. Multiple buy orders, looking very strong, and it's going all the way up to $3 and above. This definitely looks like it has a very good chance of retaining its value, and therefore it's a good skin to consider buying if you want to buy a skin this week. Looking at the support, it does look like it will be retaining its value. But with the sales that we already see, that could be concerning. Over 40,000 sales, and it looks like it's already showing the consequences of that. If I look over here, 52 sales already. If I see here, 37. Wow, 52. All right then, well, maybe this is a little bit worse off compared to the likes of this. We shall see. But with the barders that I did for both of them, I feel safe enough. I'm not going to worry too much. I'm going to see what happens, and it is what it is. Yep, it is what it is. So, yeah, I've said my word. Let's move on. Adobe Garage Door. So, I did this as my third buy order. As you can see, buy orders go all the way up to $1.50. And the bulk of the buy orders, well, as you can see right here, fair amount here below $1. There's a 560 buy order there at $1. I don't know why. It is what it is. And then it kind of ends at around $1.13. You've got some thin buy orders here. So it looks like this definitely won't be retaining its $2.49 price. But in the grand scheme of things, with the amount it's currently sold, it doesn't look like it's going to be swamped with stock anytime soon. This only did like 11,000 sales. Very low quantity. This probably will be the lowest selling garage door of all of this year. But the design of it and whatnot, it's pretty much purpose fit for the likes of the Adobe building skin and not really much else. So, yeah. Maybe you just want a standard garage door that glows in the dark. I mean, totally fine. It's going to be affordable, hopefully. But right now, the only listing that we see is $5. Maybe more will be appearing as time goes on over the course of the next 20-ish hours, maybe. But, yeah, I don't think this will be retaining its value based on buy orders. No Mercy Pump Shotgun. Now, for some reason, I can't see any listings. Is there still no listings? What I can point out is it's got over 2,000 requests to buy. No, okay, so for some strange reason, there's no listings here at the moment. But we can still look at this a bit. So, yeah, buy orders going all the way up to $2. Bulk of the buy orders seem to be around $1. Then you got this big fat random $1.20. Yeah, it's the same thing. The botted buy orders. What's going on here? What's going on? Who's botting buy orders? How can they afford this? That's the next thing that I want to ask. But yeah, this has just been instant appearing for all of the skins. So yeah, I'm suspecting some sort of cheating or botting going on. I wonder if that's going to get banned, or probably not. But anyway, yeah, bulk of the bars seems to end up at $1.30. Then you got a 50 here at $1.47. Got a 10 here and a 15 here. Honestly, I do not think this will be retaining its $2.49 price as well. So it is what it is. And then with what we see here, the banana leaf poncho, same thing I assume. $1.12 of 3,000. What was the difference on this one? Shouldn't it be $1.22 as well? Yeah. Oh, look, there's a 3,000 buy order here at 3 pennies each. I think that's just a troll. Anyway, looking at this, it's got 7,000 requests to buy, but 3,000 of them are probably fake. And then if we look to here, quite a lot of buy orders below $1. Got a fairly decent amount going above $1, but it seems to end at around $1.50-ish. Got like a 25, an 11, and a 5 here. But yeah, this is selling for $2.49. It doesn't look like people have a lot of faith in this banana leaf poncho. So, with that, I wouldn't consider buying that at the moment. And those are all the skins that were abnormal this week. These two, at the moment, judging by the buy order support that we currently see, they look like two perfectly fine candidates in regards to what would potentially be a safe purchase this week. So yeah, if you really want to, you can go to the Steam market right now and you can, consider buying these if you really want to buy something. In terms of how good are they as potential investments, in the short term, we very likely could be seeing some more chameleon skins, but with this in the long term, I think it will just gradually get more and more appreciation. I don't expect any other jacket skins in the near future. Everything should be lining up quite nicely for this. So this potentially is going to be better off in the short term. This is going to slowly probably be a slow burn as time goes on. But post-Christmas time, I think a lot of people are going to notice this, appreciate it, and the sales and the price will be going up. So we shall see. But the 40,000 sales point is a bit of a problem. That is my concern. But even then, this still has more quantity already. I don't know why. Anyway, that is that. So, don't forget to take a look at the likes of TGG's top picks. All the skins tomorrow, the most likely ones to be accepted, are going to be appearing in this batch. I believe tomorrow is the best chance for the Abyss Tier 2. I know we mentioned it last week, but honestly it's this week where it has the best chance. And potentially we might have some early picks, as you can see right here. All of these skins appeared over the past weekend. The collection is right here, but if you really want to, the video is right there. Rust Workshop skin checks, and the collection is always in the description. So consider giving that a watch. You could watch it at 2x speed, or skip to a specific chapter in case you only care about like AK-47s, for example. So yeah, and that's basically it. So will we see a big Rust store tomorrow, as initially expected? Or will it just be a small Rust store tomorrow? Will we see 10 plus skins? Will the likes of this struggle and plummet in terms of its price because a lot of people could potentially list theirs now? Or will it just basically recover and whoever sold at $100 and less made a big mistake? We shall see. We shall see. Yes, Pirate AK-47 is another great shout as well. That is a great shout. And then we could potentially see Chameleon AK-47 afterwards. Oh, what a wonderful lineup of AK-47s. So, yeah. Not looking very good for the likes of Knights Templar, unfortunately. Not looking the best. So with that, I believe we're all done. Thank you very much for watching me today. Again, I must repeat, I am very sorry. Yeah, it's messing me up. I'm very sorry about the horrible nose and the weird sickness that I've just randomly got. It happens. I think I'm allergic to something. Maybe dust or something. Or bots. But yeah. Hopefully I'll be feeling a whole lot better tomorrow. I will be streaming tomorrow. I usually start around 8 o'clock in the evening UK time. If the Rust door appears earlier, I will start the stream earlier, but normally we see a Rust door rotate usually 7 o'clock to 10 o'clock in the evening UK time, London time, if you really want to kind of be like specific, I guess. So just kind of understand that. If you want a link to my Twitch, it's in the description of the video. Sounds good? Right. So, how are AKs even profitable nowadays? There's so many. Exactly. With a smart buy order, anything's profitable. So with that, thank you very much for watching me today. I greatly appreciate it, and we'll see what happens tomorrow. Thank you very much.